All right, Shalom. First and foremost, and give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash, the honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone. And peace and salutation to the Akim, to the elect that are scattered across the four corners of this earth, pushing his true thought and faith and with all sincerity. I'm the brother Shema Allah from the great millstone Houston camp. This is going to be a quick lesson on this video I watched right here of Bradley Beal, which he's a professional basketball player. Right, I caught this video on Instagram, and it kind of like sparked me to do this lesson. You see, it just it put me in a whole different type of mind frame and spirit, right? That's needed, in the ministry. I just compared his speech that he was, giving to these I guess they were high school or college players. You see, the speech that he was giving them and the advice that he was giving him, I just related it to the truth, right? And this is going to be a quick little video. I'm going to play it, so you can listen to it. You see, yeah, so that's the video, man. I hope that brothers could hear it. If not, I'm just going to add it at the end of the video, so you can listen. You see. But yeah, man, I caught this video and I was like, damn, he was basically telling them man, hey, look, he like the way they carry themselves, it matters on and off the court. And hey, for us, the way we carry ourselves, it matters on and off the camera, going to camp, right, doing our lessons and going into this world, the way that we carry ourselves and the way that we, handle ourselves amongst men in the world and people in the world, it matters. You see, because not only are we being, watched by them, but we being watched by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see, in the angels, So yeah, then he was going into how that basically, man, it ain't even that many NBA players, so getting into the league is gonna be a hard thing, and that it's something that they're gonna have to work for. He was saying that look, y'all gonna have to play me, and shit, y'all ain't gonna be able to guard me. So he had that much confidence in himself because he was going into perfecting your craft and perfecting your gifts. Or basically, at the most, I'd take that away from you. He was like using your gifts right, and that's how I came up with this lesson. You see, because he also in the video he was saying take advantage of those gifts that we were given. See, because the gifts that we were given is going to be the way to the kingdom of heaven, right? And it's gonna be, it's not going to be easy, right? It's going to be a fight. You're going to be a spiritual fight, right? We're going to constantly be getting attacked by demons, going through things, put in different situations, right? It's not going to be just something that's just going to be handed to you and you not doing nothing to get it, or you not showing face, you not showing your works, right? Both. You see, this is something that you're going to have to work for, but it's a thing called election as well, for these things being chosen for you, the kingdom of heaven. But the elect is still going to put in work, is still going to labor. You see? So I had these scriptures right here. 1 Timothy 4:14, right? He spoke about the gifts being taken away of you, because he said you got to work at it constantly, perfecting it, right? Whatever you good at, right? And it's truth, whatever your gift is, you got to, utilize that gift and keep and use it to the best of your ability, perfect it, perfecting ourselves, first and foremost, to be more like Yahweh Shai each and every day. Looking at our weaknesses, and spotting our weaknesses and attacking them to not let them affect us as much, right? To get it out the way and overcome them. But it says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, right? Let's go into this word, neglect. To be careless of, right? To be careless of, make light, neglect, be negligent, no regard. So we all were given gifts. We all were given things that we were good at. Brother might be good at prophecy. Brother might be good at teaching. Might be good at the Hebrew. Might be good at going into history, right? Or amongst many other things, you see. But whatever that the Most High has blessed you with, you see, you're not supposed to neglect that gift, right? Because he gave it to you for a reason. We supposed to use that gift to basically aid the body, right? Which is the brothers, right? Which is the ministry, this truth. You see, because your gift wasn't given to you or given to us just to sit on them, and not use them, right? The gifts wasn't given to us for our own personal gain, right? Just because there's a reason, there's a motive behind it. So it says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on the hands of the presbytery, with the presbyteries, the elders, right? But it said, which was given thee by prophecy. Just like the Most High told Jeremiah, he set him up to be a prophet, right? In the book of Isaiah, he said that basically called him from his mother's womb. You see, in Paul even says something similar to that, right? Because we were called in this thing because the Most High, he had it set up and ordained that we were going to come into this truth, right? It wasn't by accident. Nothing is by accident. The Most High is the control of everything, so we are here for a reason. And we are here and that reason is to get salvation. That reason is to basically show respect, and honor to Yahweh Shai's sacrifice for us Israelites, for the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to do all that we can, right, to basically make it out, right, and see this thing through and endure to the end. See, so we don't want to neglect the gift that is within us, but use it to the best of our ability. Uphold that gift, right? It's like the scriptures say, let your light shine before men, right? Which is this truth, right? You're supposed to, like I said, uphold your gifts and use them to the best of your ability and abound in it. This is 2 Peter 1:5. Besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to your virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. For these things being you and abound, they make you that ye shall never be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach. So he said, elicit these things, right? It says you're not going to be unfruitful, meaning that the things that you're doing is going to help you grow, and is going to do that. The thing that you are doing, right, are going to produce the necessary things that needs to happen for the ministry and for yourself. You see, you ain't going to be barren, you ain't going to be unfruitful. What needs to take place and happen is going to happen. Right? It says, but he that lacketh these things is blind and cannot see afar off, and have forgotten that he was purged from his old sins. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, you shall never fall. So this is basically like the blueprint. If you do these things, give this diligence, right, and do all these things that were listed up here, right, so you shall never fall, right? And so he's telling you that if you do that, that you will be successful, right, and endure to the end, of course. You see, and he ain't lying. You see, because he's speaking through the Spirit. These scriptures, it tells you that it's not of a private interpretation, but men moved by the Spirit, right, putting these things together. You see, and the Spirit don't lie, right? So this is the thing that the elect is going to do, but these are the things that's required, right? We don't know who the elect is, but the scripture said, put on, therefore, as the elect. So do the thing that the elect would do. You see? Last scripture, Hebrews 4, or last two scriptures, Hebrews 4:1. Let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left of us enter into his rest. Interview should seem to come short of it. So we're supposed to fear also not being able to make it. And that fear is going to drive, it's supposed to drive us not to slack, not to be slothful, right? Not to neglect our gifts or neglect the truth, but to go harder to basically solidify a spot, which the elect got reserved spots. But, like I say over and over again, put on therefore as the elect, because no one knows. That's why we all got to labor. You don't know. You see, because if we knew, then you'll get too comfortable with knowing that you're going to make it regardless. Right? That's why I said Hebrews 4:11. Let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. Right? So we got to labor daily, constantly, right, to enter into that rest, which is the kingdom of heaven. That's the ultimate rest. Because he was going into how that in the video, Bradley Bill, that how he good, he can retire today, chill on the beach, and that's the life that, that they want, but for us in the truth, we know that this world is bullshit. What we want to receive the kingdom, right? The ultimate comfort, the ultimate rest, the ultimate consolation. For the Israelites, but we ain't going to, experience pain and tears and oppression, right? Sickness, death, and be perfect. That's what we laboring for. That's the type of good that we want to be, perfect that we want to be. But it all starts with us, you see, doing the things that we need to do to succeed, right, in the spirit, to succeed in the truth, right, to gain salvation. See, and I hope I touched all of the points and didn't forget anything. But yeah, that was the lesson. And I hope brothers edify with that. I'm going to say shalom.